This time I had a chance to step back, and everybody keeps saying, "Ah, they changing up stuff." No, we ain't changed up anything. It's the same thing we always do, you know? And when I lost him, I was hurt. That was my first time losing a fighter that you put so much into.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father.
In a recent interview, Calvin Ford addressed his departure from John Tank Davis's training team after Tank fired him. He expressed a desire to see Davis continue to progress, emphasizing the need for someone who can effectively challenge and push him to new heights. However, Ford was also angry at Tank's harsh behavior with him after the controversial Lamont Roach fight.
For him, I'm hoping that he do what I need him to do. You know what I'm saying? You see how I asked him, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? Because I need somebody that's going to really push that. So I can see different levels of it. This time I had a chance to step back. And everybody keeps saying, "Ah, they changing up stuff." No, we ain't changed up anything. It's the same thing we always do. You know?
Going into the training camp, how was it? Or you said you stepped back a little bit. Well, how was it? Splitting the time. How's it going to be splitting the time to
No,
come
this is
Saturday
something that
night?
we do all the time. You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all know all I gotta do is speak. Then take out history since he was a kid. When I stepped in the gym, B said, "Yo, I'm glad you're here now." He watched it. He said, "Boom." And I see the light we take. I just can't wait to see all of that come together. Fight.
How's going back to being in the corner? How do you see Gervonta right now? Just being in camp, because at first when we talked to him in the press conference, he was very open about retiring and he was done. And now he said that
y'all have to understand. He's a young man. He have a family. You want to do something, enjoy something. Don't take some time. I took a little bit of time out. You know what I'm saying? It refreshes you, get you back on that.
During a crucial moment in Tank Davis's fight, an unexpected exchange between him and his longtime trainer Calvin Ford took center stage as Ford attempted to wipe the sweat from Davis's face and offer instructions between rounds. Davis abruptly interrupted, saying, "You gotta stop and listen to me." This rare moment of visible frustration from DAV toward Ford suggested a deeper issue, perhaps a breakdown in communication between the fighter and...
That was a good round. Turn up there. I want all three of these. Let's take a look at what we thought was taking a knee.
And I thought it was.
The blinding jab.
Blinding jab.
Yeah, what's
Looked
wrong?
at the ref. Something's wrong. He took a knee. We did not take. Yeah.
Davis and Ford's connection wasn't just professional. It was deeply personal. Davis had once said that Ford knew exactly when he was about to stop an opponent. Their relationship was built on mutual trust, experience, and an unspoken understanding of each other. For years, this partnership was a key factor in Davis's rise to prominence. Ford played a major role in shaping Davis into one of boxing's most dangerous fighters. However, as the recent tension showed, something had changed.
Matter of fact, before they stopped it, I said every time I stop somebody, I call it out.
Every time he come in the corner and talk to me, I said, "Yo, what you doing?" He'll look this way, he'll look this way. He's about to stop.
Can I start touching them more and more? When they gonna give me the credit for one of the smartest boxers.
That was a beautiful boxing display.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Smart.
That's what I call it. You wasn't looking for the knockout, but you was placing your shit. Yeah, he already seen it.
He said, "I can't
That's
get
the
hit."
difference. And Tank was holding the conversation. Tank said, "Yo, how about Tank can't, every fight Tank come and tell me, I'm going to knock him out." He'll tell me, I'm going to knock him out.
Reports surfaced months ago suggesting that Davis and Ford had parted ways professionally. Ford acknowledged the emotional weight of this, stating, "People often fail to comprehend my suffering, my convictions, and my emotions regarding various matters. However, I possess that understanding." Davis, on the other hand, seemed to take a different approach. He hinted that he wanted to move in a new direction, saying the less people you chill with, the less problems you deal with, while he didn't directly confirm. A split his words suggested that he was seeking a fresh start, possibly without Ford by his side.
Tank don't fuck with Coach Cal.
Talk about the chin.
When Tank was walking up, it looked like Coach Cal was about to give him that hug like you always do, and Tank just brushed him off like, fuck out of here, nigga. Whoop, excuse me. Fuck out of here, nigga. Now it seems like Coach Cal on point, so you're not paying Tank no mind. And Tank go over here, he go to this nigga, and watch this shit that he do. He gonna lift his jacket up, and like, our conversation is a secret, I don't want him to hear it. Type shit. Like, yo, what's up with Coach Cal and Tank? They really don't fuck with each other? Like, look, and he brush him off again, like, don't touch me type shit. Like, you see type shit.
Calvin Ford had trained Davis since he was just 7 years old. Their relationship was not just about boxing. It was about mentorship, family, and life. When Davis began to distance himself, Ford admitted that it hurt him deeply losing Davis. As a fighter, it felt like losing family. For someone who had invested so much time and energy into Davis's development, watching him move on was undoubtedly painful.
Was the first one in the gym, the last one out the gym. Tank used to sit on the ring like this and watch me train him.
How old is he at this point?
He was like 7, 8.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I was giving my son was giving it to Tank. So it was a perfect fit. Tank was like the family, you know what I'm saying? And he used to sit at the table because I had another kid named Ramon Manning. He liked to play with guns, you know what I'm saying? And when I lost him, I was hurt. That was my first time losing a fighter that you put so much into. Remember, I said, Tank, my money running out. He just looked at me and said, believe in me, coach. Believe. That's forget it.
When he said that, that's...
It's still...
Man.
I don't hear Tank as Tank. That's the day I hear Tank as that little boy. Believe in me, coach. And he came in the gym one day. He said, Coach, I seen it. I said, what you seen? I had all the belts on me. He said, I'm going to be that dude. I said,
damn. I got goosebumps, low-key. That's kind of crazy.
Ford did not oversee Davis's preparation for his fight against Lamont Roach. JR, this absence immediately led to speculation about a rift between them. Ford later clarified that he had been focusing on training amateur boxers, a passion of his.
Something is definitely going on between Calvin Ford and Gervonta Davis. Now, we all seen that knockdown in the 9th round, but what you probably didn't see is what happened after that in between rounds. Check this out.
Cal, you gotta calm down.
Hey, come on now.
Coach Barry Hunter trained Tank for this fight with Lamont Roach, not Calvin Ford. A lot of people were saying that this performance has something to do with that. So, is something really going on between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis? Check out what Tank had to say.
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so... It's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
But that explanation didn't stop fans from wondering whether this was the beginning of the end for their partnership.
Little break in between of you guys not being... Was there like kind of like a family fondness where...
No, he came to see me. Dad, slow down, I'm worrying about you because, boom, he knows that I spend time with my amateurs. You know me, both of y'all know me very well.
Yeah.
Don't I spend time with my amateurs?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. That's my peace. And he know when I go spend time with my peace, I'm going through things. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, at least I know where he was at. Because it was something that we didn't do. It was something that we normally do. Y'all with me? And it was good for us to tell you the truth, because when I stepped back in the head biggest gym and I haven't been there, it brought back so much memories. When we first started off, and him seeing all us working together, he was happy. And at the end of the day, it's about the fight.
One of Ford's greatest strengths as a trainer was his deep understanding of Davis's mindset. He knew how to push the right buttons, how to get Davis in the right frame of mind, and how to motivate him. When things got tough, Ford's ability to connect with Davis on a psychological level was one of the reasons for their many successes. Without Ford's influence, some wondered if Davis would lose the mental edge that had made him so dominant in...
He just did. We got off the cameras once. It ain't about the dub with me. It's about you got that will against will. I don't know. I know I can. I ain't even pushed no buttons with Tank yet. I came from a different beast. I understand what we got to go against every time we get in there. That square box of lunch is serious. So when I talk to him, he know what I'm talking about. Let's see. April the 22nd, Tim Ron, deal with him.
Davis has often spoken about Ford's role in his life, describing him as more than just a trainer. As a young fighter growing up in Baltimore, Davis found stability in Ford's mentorship. He even lived at Ford's house at one point.
He been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
The gym became a second home for Davis, a place where he felt the kind of love and guidance he hadn't always received elsewhere. For Davis, Ford wasn't just a coach, he was a father figure.